New Warhammer 40k starter sets are coming. They'll be available for pre-order on July 11th with release on July 25th. So a few different starter sets. They tend to do a variety of them as different entry points into the hobby. So if you're looking to start either Space Marines or Orcs, or just get into the hobby, you do have a few options. The main starter set is essentially 2 combat patrols. It's, of course, Space Marines versus Orcs. This one comes with a board, some terrain, dice, rulers, as well as the core rule book, and a starter set handbook to ease you into the game, as well as some reference sheets. If you are looking to get into it, this is pretty good if the launch box is not available and you want both armies or you have somebody to split it with. There's also a smaller introductory set, which comes with, a little handbook, some cardboard terrain, dice, rulers, a few paints, and of course, Space Marines versus Orcs. So this will be a Space Marine Lieutenant and 5 Intercessors, as well as an Orc Knob and 5 Boys. The handbook is more of an intro to Warhammer as opposed to the full rule book. Then they have intro miniature sets with paints. So if you want to paint up some Intercessors, you get 2 Intercessors and some paints, or some Boys and some paints if you want to do the Orc side. Also an easy way to get into the hobby, basic way to get into the hobby to see if you want to try it out. Then they have a paint set. I've gotten one of these in the past. Now I got it towards the end of the edition, so the paints were kind of not great. A lot of shaking required for them, but generally they've been okay. The tools in this aren't awesome. Like, they work, but they're the kind of thing of, if you are going to be in the hobby, you're going to want to buy other ones. The brush is fine. I personally don't think this sort of intro paint plus tool set is worth it, unless you really want to paint stuff in like Ultramarines or whatever the faction the Orc scheme is set up for. Personally, I wouldn't go for one of these. But the other ones can be pretty good, especially if you're looking to get into the hobby. Then we have the Warhammer 40k getting started sets. So these are new, I believe, in this edition. I don't recall seeing them before. These are essentially just the combat patrol plus some paints, as well as like an intro book. So you'll have either the Orc combat patrol or the Space Marine combat patrol, 11 paints on each of those, a brush, a texture spreader, and an intro booklet for that faction. I hope these aren't replacing the combat patrols. I don't think they will, because I still reference them as combat patrols. So I'm betting these will just be like a discounted bundle over getting all the paints and miniatures separately. That would be my guess. I believe they'll still have a combat patrol coming out. My thought would be for Orcs and Space Marines, you probably won't get a new combat patrol till much later in the edition, because these are available in the starter sets, and they're going to want to push people to those. That's what they've done in the past. I don't know if that's what they'll do this time around, but that is what they've done in 8th and 9th edition, if I remember correctly. Now, these will all be push-fit miniatures, by the way. So we also have some Black Library items. First up, we have Ghost of Cadia by Rob Young. This is a sequel to Longshot. Will come out as a regular hardback and a special edition. Special edition will only be available while stocks last, and hardback, they may reprint it later. They also have Longshot coming out as well. This is the first chance to buy a hardback edition, which is only available while stocks last. Then we have The Devastation of Baal, Blood Angels novel, first chance to buy it in hardback. Again, only available while stocks last. That's how they typically do the hardbacks. Then we have Blood Angels Omnibus in French. Then we have some Warhammer TV stuff, Deep Strike, some battle reports, and Painting Desk. And that is everything for the pre-orders coming on July 11th. I think these starter sets are coming out a little faster than they did last edition, although I don't remember. So maybe it's about the same time frame. I think they are a pretty good way to get into the hobby if you're new. If Armageddon's not available, if you find somebody who's willing to split Armageddon with you, I think generally that's going to be a better way to get in. These can be a nice way to start the hobby. Main starter set that comes with terrain can be pretty good if you don't have somewhere local to play, but you have some friends who are interested. This gives you some of the terrain to play the game with, as well as the board. So it does help a lot. Obviously, you can do like a lot of us did many years ago, where you just use like boxes and stuff from your house as terrain. That works as well. It's not quite as nice, of course. The terrain looks pretty good. The terrain itself, I think, will be coming out soon-ish, would be my guess. Not 100% sure. Okay, so we got the starter sets coming out. Let me know in the comments down below if you're looking to pick any of those up, either as a supplement to your already existing army or to start a new army. Well, that's all I've got for this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.